And another project that you worked on, we are currently sitting in it. We're filming from this space that you created for a Cantonese themed bar in Hong Kong. So can you tell us more about this space that we are currently in?
So I'm really, really proud to have designed Kinsman. So this is a cocktail bar. We're on 65 Peel Street right now. And its co-founder is sitting next to us. So we'll try to say really nice thing about it.
Shout out to Gavin, who was previously on the Proudly Asian show as well. So if you have not checked out the episodes, go listen to it.
Yes, it's a must. No, so when Gavin reached out to me, he had this very clear idea of what he wanted. And that was already like 50% of the work, because he knew exactly what he wanted. He had a clear vision. He wanted a space that would transport us to In the Mood for Love and the whole old Hong Kong spaces and atmosphere. Like the vibe and atmosphere was the most important, no matter what we would do with it. So he had a few design features he really wanted to have, such as the mural at the back bar. That actually was one of the focus point, the bar. And that's also our start point, because from the bar, we kind of knew how we would want people to enter. There was a sequence. We would want people to come through the foyer and feel like, okay, we're almost like in the back alley, in this, In the Mood for Love, in the movie. A lot of the scenes happen outside in this back street. So we wanted it to be an indoor-outdoor. And then we enter and we kind of have a glimpse through the windows, and we see a bar and touches of color and red. And then after that, we see the seatings. And we wanted to also give intimacy to each of the guests, because this bar was really important to have to sit down and enjoy the drinks. These very refined cocktails that Gavin designed, right? So it's all about the user experience and how we wanted them to evolve in the space and not feel stuck or not feel like there's only one way to enjoy the space. There's like as many ways as many people.
As we look around, and also on my first visit to Kinsman as well, what really stood out to me was this spa. It's very well lit, but then not overly bright. But personally, I don't really like bars that are really dark.
Yeah.
So what stood out to me was that this bar is so warm and welcoming, spacious, and I feel safe, enjoying my cocktails here. So I'm wondering if it was also part of the consideration, that went into the lighting and, the airiness of the space.
We always try to have layers. So for any element in fabric, in seatings, and in lighting. So definitely we wanted to have dim lights, so the ceiling lights. But then we would create some different levels. So we have a pendant here. Gavin actually sourced it. It's a vintage acrylic pendant. And then we have table lamps here. So some portable ones and some on the bar itself. And the important thing is the wall sconces. So the wall lights that you see here, they would create different, like I said, levels. And that's how you feel really wrapped in a very, warm atmosphere. Cozy. Because it's not coming just from top to down where we would look horrible.
It could be intimidating.
Yeah, yes, exactly. You'll be like, what do you want to eat? And then we know that table lamp is super key, because we don't want to eat or drink and not see what we're eating.
Exactly.
Right? And then, the fact that it's warm white, we have our specific light bulbs that we use that we know we're happy with, and everything. Yeah, it's very, in the end, it's like a lot of details behind lighting for sure.
And currently we're also sitting at pretty much the focal point of the bar as well. So how did you come up with this circular booth concept?
I think it was about our first understanding of the concept, which was a lot of like there's this scene on the sitting booth, right, in the story, in the movie, and so this circular one came because we are in a corner and we wanted to symbolize Kinsman, which is togetherness. So the concept that Gavin had is that it's togetherness around drinks, that we form relationships that are not just always love or family, but it's also to share a passion or enjoyment of something. So that's really a symbol of it here.
Yeah. And I've come here multiple times and I'm always constantly so amazed by how many people can fit in this circular booth, because
tiny
like
Asians.
It looks tiny, but then this space just keeps on giving. Like we have fit like 9 to 10 people in this booth. And the other question I want to ask about the space that you designed is obviously the materials. And because like just from the look of it, we see a lot of different finishes and materials. So I'm wondering, like, what was the process that went into sourcing all of these materials that might also honor the old Hong Kong and the local culture?
So in terms of, we always start with a base. So we were going for red, and so that was a go-to for the sitting booth anyways. And then there's to contrast, to balance this very bright color, we wanted a softer finish for the walls. So we picked this very pale pink. That is actually a polished plaster. And that's a slight satin finish. So you see there's a slight reflection. It's not 100% matte. And then we also went for walnut, which is like a key material, a key wood of the mid-century modern style. And obviously antique brass as well, that pairs with walnut really well.
And also some glass panels that are quite specific to Hong Kong, right?
Yes, so the texture glass that we see in even like Cha Cha Tang or in different buildings facade sometimes. So we picked some transparent and some texture, so you would see the light through, but not fully like see the other person sitting behind you.
Wow, that's genius.
Yeah, so tinted glass was really important as well, and we picked green to really go with also the 60s kind of mood. If you've been to the bathroom, they're all in this olive green color. We wanted a monochrome theme for the bathroom, like you enter and it's totally different. And also one particular element that I like, and I put in a few of my projects, I'm obsessed with glass bricks. So that I don't know if you notice on top of the door.
Oh yeah.
So you see so you have the entrance door, the windows, and you have the glass blocks. And these are specific of the modern design. And actually in this building, next door, you have the entrance of the building itself, and the staircase is lit by glass blocks. So in Hong Kong, or in the world, in the mid-century modern, they use glass bricks a lot to let the light shine in, but not having full transparency. So when you look at this facade, you actually, if you go outside, you will see the glass blocks. So that's what we wanted to remind here. It's a little like hint of like, hey, we're part of this building and we're inside and outside at the same time.
And also, as a visitor of the bar myself, what I really liked as well is like it's quite functional, because like where the bar is under the bar table, you also added some hooks for people to hook their bags. So I love how not only did you make this such a like visually pleasing space, but also a very functional, multi-purpose space where, it would allow people to have gatherings, parties, live music, and different functions as well. So that's amazing.
Thank you. We always, like I said, we always think of end users, and we like going to bars ourselves. So we'd be like, what would we like? And there's nothing more annoying than not knowing where to put your purse.
Exactly.
So this in the bathrooms as well, we always put hooks. These are such tiny details, but they matter.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like whether or not, is this a cha-chan-tang? Is this a bar or a bar that looks like cha-chan-tang?
Yeah.
You all have to come to Kinsman whenever you're in Hong Kong to find out. Not only do they have amazing Cantonese-inspired cocktails that use Cantonese and Chinese spirits, they also have some Cantonese desserts like tong so, and also Cantonese snacks like curry squid, you know,
And
shrimp
you've tried them all?
toast.
Have you tried them all?
I tried them all. I think I actually ordered all of the menu, and I gotta say, I mean, I'm not saying this because I'm filming here, but this is the first bar that impressed me with every single item on the menu. And I mean, at this age, I'm not a big drinker myself, but whenever I need to drink or whenever I have a gathering that involves
you want something
alcohol,
meaningful, like,
yes.
and it's like good quality, and you feel like it's not just any sort of alcohol. You're like
exactly
really
like in this
enjoying
beautiful
it.
space that's also proudly Asian.
Oh, so proudly Asian.
Yes.
Yeah.